$5 billion in education grants unfrozen. What it means for schools and teachers. In a move that has left many school districts relieved, the U.S. Education Department has announced the release of more than $5 billion in education grant funding to states. This significant sum of money had been previously frozen by the Trump administration, causing a stir in the education sector. The largest chunk of this grant money, amounting to roughly $2.2 billion, was intended for professional development for educators. This freeze had left many school districts in a state of uncertainty, especially as they prepared for the new school year. The decision to withhold these federal grants was announced by the Trump administration towards the end of June, just a day before the July 1st deadline when these funds are traditionally dispersed. The Trump administration had initially decided to withhold these grants for further review, a move that was met with criticism from both sides of the aisle. Lawmakers from both parties had lobbied for the release of these funds, citing the financial strain on states and local communities. Several states even went as far as suing the administration in an attempt to get the funds released. The grants that were held for review fund a wide range of education programs, including migrant education, services for English offers, migrants, services for English language learners, and adult education. The largest pot of grant money, as mentioned earlier, was for professional development for educators. Tara Thomas, Government Affairs Manager at the School Superintendents Association, AASA, told NPR that districts often use these funds to help pay for continued teacher training. But here's where it gets controversial. It's not the first time the Trump administration has singled out these programs. The administration's proposed FY 2026 budget eliminated all the grants that had been frozen. This raises questions about the administration's stance on education funding and its commitment to supporting educators and students. And this is the part most people miss. The impact of these grants goes beyond just the financial aspect. As Tara Thomas puts it, at the end of the day, it's really just funding that makes teachers better at their jobs. The professional development opportunities funded by these grants can significantly improve the quality of education and, in turn, the future of our students. Billions in grant money released for education programs. Imagine a sudden deluge of cash for schools. Billions of dollars sitting in limbo, now set to flow once more. But here's where it gets controversial. The Trump administration held this money hostage, claiming it didn't align with their priorities, sparking a firestorm of legal battles and political back and forth. After months of suspense, the Education Department announced Friday it would release over $6 billion in grants for programs like adult literacy, English instruction, and after-school activities. This decision followed intense pressure from educators, lawmakers, and even bipartisan lawsuits, arguing that schools can't function without these funds. The money had been frozen since July 1st, when the administration began its review process, citing a need to realign spending with White House goals. A senior official defended the move, stating strict rules were in place to prevent misuse, while a spokesperson confirmed the Office of Management and Budget had completed its audit, and the money would start trickling out soon. But this is the part most people miss. The freeze wasn't just a bureaucratic hiccup. It threatened to shut down vital programs, from summer camps for kids learning English to job training workshops for adults. In Harford County, Maryland, for example, federal funds covered half the budget for summer English camp. Without it, certified teachers couldn't staff the program, and students risked losing their academic progress during the break. Now picture this. 350 kids ulcing through Bay Air High School's second floor, racing to press letters on an alphabet wheel, scribbling art projects, and watching robotics demos. These aren't just fun activities, they're lifelines. For families in the area where parents often work in warehouses or restaurants, such programs are the only way kids stay engaged and safe. And this is the part most people miss. The administration's claim that some programs supported a radical left-wing agenda, but charged the GOP senators who pushed for the fund's release called baseless. These are programs with decades of bipartisan support, argued Senator Shelley Moore Capito, highlighting how after-school programs let parents work while children learn, and how adult education boosts local economies. Yet the controversy rages on. Did the administration's concerns hold water, or was this a political maneuver to score ideological points? Should schools be forced to justify programs that have long served communities? Or is this a sign of deeper partisan divides seeping into education? As school districts breathe a sigh of relief,